Hello, my name is Keandra Foster, and I will provide information on how to purchase a home for the first time. So you see, owning a home is every person's dream once they become successful. However, buying a home takes a lot of financial responsibility and commitment. I will provide reliable information on how to purchase a home for the first time. This information will be provided by Discover, will be provided by Zing by Quicken Loans, Mortgage Calculator, The News Tribune, and Money Under 30. I will address 4 main points. 1. Knowing what you can afford. 2. Hiring a real estate agent. 3. How to inspect a home. And 4. How to close on a home. But first, I'm going to inform you on knowing what you can afford. According to Money Under 30, you have to save on a down payment. But first, you will need to know how much to save. According to Discover, buyers generally recommend that people look for homes that cost no more than 3 to 5 times more than their annual income. Your expenses should not exceed not more than 20% of your income. Also, make sure you know your time frame. If you want to purchase a home for a certain number of years, you should have saved a certain amount of money by that time. For example, let's say if you want to purchase a home for 5 years. By that time that 5 years is up, you should have saved a total of $45,000. Kevin Mercadante from Money Under 30 stated that the best way a potential buyer can save down payment is to avoid saving money on risk type investments such as stocks, investment trusts, and real estate. Making risky investments can cause the buyer to lose money during the process. It is important to save an automated savings plan. According to Money Under 30, you should develop a certain percentage of or a dollar amount of your regularly paid to go directly to your savings account for your down payment. It is also important to also have an emergency fund just in case you have any uncovered medical expenses, car repairments, and even temporary loss of a job. These circumstances happen, and it's imperative to become prepared while saving on the down payments. According to Discover, the process of purchasing a home, you will have to become pre-qualified or to get a pre-approval. To become pre-qualified, you will need to provide some financial information to your mortgage banker, such as your income, your amount of savings, and your investments. He or she will review this information and tell you how much he or she can lend to you. Depending your financial information, he or she will tell you the price range of the home you should be looking for. According to Kevin Graham from Quicken Loans, to get a pre-approval, your lender will pull your credit. He or she will check your credit score and also the data on your credit report. Your lender will then see how much you are in debt or to see if you have any bankruptcies in your record. He or she will also ask about your income and assets up front and to calculate how much you can afford by using debt to income ratio or DTI, which is a type of measurement to measure your ability to make payments towards money you have borrowed. The more information you can give to your lender, the stronger your pre-approval will be. You just learned the first process of buying a home. I am now going to inform you the next process. 2. Hire a real estate agent. Hiring a real estate agent can be important, but not necessary. According to Mortgage Calculator, real estate agents understand the real estate market and lead potential buyers to homes they want to see. Hiring a real estate agent can save the buyer a lot of time and frustration. Make sure you hire an agent with a good reputation. According to Discover, real estate agents can provide information and resource on homes that aren't accessible to the public. You don't have to pay for a real estate agent. They are compensated from the commission paid by the seller. A real estate agent will aid you in the later process of buying a home, such as making an offer, according to Kevin Graham. According to Mortgage Calculator, he or she will base the offer price off of comparable homes that have sold recently over in the area. The agent will draft a contract that is agreeable to the home buyer. He or she will then ensure that the contract meets all the necessary legal requirements. The contract will include the price of the offer and that the seller and the buyer will need to meet in order to achieve this process. You now just have learned how to choose the right real estate agents and how they are willing to work with you. You will now learn on how to hire a professional home inspector. 3, we're going to go into home inspection. According to Discover, having a home inspection is important to check and see if there are any damages in the home. Your real estate agent will help you arrange a home inspector within a few days after you make an offer. This will protect you by giving you a chance to renegotiate your offer or withdraw it without penalty if the inspection reveals significant material damage. According to Kevin Graham, walking through it with an inspector will give you an idea of what to watch for in the future to see just in case any problems arise. Sometimes sellers will lower the price so you will have the money to fix whatever is wrong. According to Matt Driscoll from the News Tribune, avoiding a home inspection can be very risky. Matt Driscoll also states that a buyer should never avoid a home inspection without going through a pre-inspection, which is when a home inspector does a system-based assessment before making an offer. You have just figured out the process of inspecting a home. Lastly, I'm going to explain on how to close on your home. Last point, closing on a home. According to Discover, you are required to fill out a paperwork. Your lender will arrange for a title company to handle all of the paperwork and to make sure that the seller is the rightful owner of the house that you are purchasing. According to Discover, you will then close the sale. Once you've filled out all of your paperwork, it typically takes a few days of your loan to be funded after the paperwork is returned to your lender. Once the check is delivered to the seller, you are now ready to move into your dream home. In conclusion, you have just learned all the steps to purchase a home for the first time. You have to know how much you can afford, how to save for a down payment, how to get pre-qualified and get a pre-approval, how to choose the right real estate agent, to have a home inspector, and also how to close on a home. It's important to maintain your credit in the meantime because you will never know when you're going to purchase a home. Thank you.